Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to do my weekly updates. I am doing it a day early because tomorrow I have another video planned that I want to record, and also because I am sounding not so nasally at the moment. I still sound nasally, but I don't sound as bad. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is, you guys know I am doing another giveaway. So, in this giveaway, it's going to be another contest giveaway, of course. I'm going to have you doing something. So, here are the rules. The contest will start April 1st on April Fool's Day. You are to color a Kirby page or more than one Kirby page. So basically, since I'm doing a lot of Kirby coloring this year, this contest will be based around Kirby's coloring books. Now, in order to make sure no one cheats, okay, because I hate to say it, but there are people out there that'll do it. You are going to post the page you are going to color. You're going to post it either on Instagram or on your YouTube channel if you have a YouTube channel. Instagram or YouTube. Those are the only two places I'm keeping up with. You're going to post it blank, uncolored, right? And when you post it, you're going to have a Post-it note or a piece of paper or something blank. And you are going to write your name. So for me, I'm going to write Bubbles. And you're going to write hashtag Bubbles giveaways. Make sure you have the S at the end of giveaways. So your paper should look like this on top of your uncolored page. That is going to count as you entering the contest, entering that page into the contest. In order for that page to count as an entry, you need to finish it. But I need to see a post of it uncolored, so I know that you're not just posting a colored page of something that you've already colored 2 years ago when you're using it for the contest. Now, the reason I'm having you do that is because each finished page is going to count as one entry for the contest. So if you color 3 Kirby pages, you get 3 entries. If you color 10 Kirby pages, you get 10 entries. But when I say colored, I do not mean take a bottle of acrylic paint, water it down, and slap one color on the page and say, here is my entry. If the entry looks like you put no effort into it, I will not count it. I'm telling you guys that right now. I'm not going to count it because there's going to be people who are putting their all into their pages and to count for this contest because they're having fun with it, and you put something in there that it looked like you handed the book to your 8-month-old baby in a crayon and said, here you go. It's not going to count. Now, so that's going to count as, each colored page is going to count as an entry. Other ways that you can get entries is if you're sub to my channel, that's automatically 1 entry. If you're following me over on Ko-fi, and you show me that you're following me over on Ko-fi, whether it be a post on Instagram or Facebook or, shoot me an email or however, whatever, that's another entry. Those are the other 2 ways you could get entries. All your other entries is going to be based on your finished Kirby pages. So, on April 1st, you may start posting your uncolored pages with your Post-it note on top of it, Instagram or YouTube. Make sure you tag me in it so I can see it, and make sure you use the hashtag. If you don't use the hashtag, it will not count. If you don't tag me in it, it will not count because I will not see it. I am not scrolling through 150,000 Instagram posts looking for something when I have a hashtag and a tag you can use. It won't count if you don't use it. For those of you who jumped the gun a little bit and posted your pages, you're going to have to post it again with a different picture, a different colored paper or something, so I know that you still haven't started that page. There were a couple people who kind of jumped the gun. I guess I probably said it a little wrong or something, and they kind of jumped the gun a little bit. It's okay. Just repost it, but not with the same picture. The picture needs to be different. So change the color of the paper, write in a different color. I don't know how you do it, but change the picture, repost it, please. All right. Now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna show you guys some things that we've been working on this week, and I will talk about some things that I want to work on next week, or the week coming rather, because it is Saturday, so technically the new week is not here yet. So I'm going to show you what we've been working on this week. So really together, all we've been focusing on is this page here in Dark Fairy Tales, because again, we have been doing a lot of Kirby. So the only page we've done is our Little Mermaid page that we're doing together. There's a couple of you guys that is coloring with me. You're doing your own colors, or you're doing the same colors. I've seen a few so far. They look really good so far. This week we did Ursula. Last week we did the background and the Little Mermaid. So this coming week, I'm thinking of us on starting some of these little scraggly rocks in the background. I want those to be pretty dark. So I was thinking like a dark blue or something like that. I haven't picked the colors yet, but we'll probably pick them on camera. So I want to work on those. And then also, because I think these things on the side is kind of the same thing, just a bigger version. And then also there's one like directly right here. So we're going to work on that. We might work on the things that are attached to it as well. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll figure it out. If I'm not feeling it or can't figure out the colors, then we'll work on some of these little fish and stuff. We'll figure something out, but I'm thinking of doing the background pieces. So that's something that we will do. Now on my own, in the last stream, I flipped this book about 100 times, trying to figure out another page that I wanted to start on. And that I decided was Rapunzel. And I'm already starting to sound like nasally again. So this video will not be a long one, because what's happened is I take my medicine right before work so I can breathe at work. And it's already starting to kind of work. So everything is just running loose. Okay. So here I have started the page. This is page number 7. And this is the Rapunzel page. So I started on the vines. And what I did was I pulled out my Albert Duras and I just picked 3 colors. I have green gold here, May gold, and juniper green. So these are the colors that I used for the vines. And so far, the only thing that I'm doing, and I'll do a couple here, is we'll do this little one right here. We'll do this one and maybe this one. I'll take the dark green one here and I'll put a little bit down. And with these, I'm going dark to light. And then I'll take the May green, and notice that I haven't sharpened them. I don't really sharpen these too much because the whole pencil is usable. So these don't get a lot of sharpening. Now I do sharpen them if I have to get like in super tiny areas. But for the most part, I don't, because, you know, these are water activated, so I don't sharpen them. All right, so I'll color that, and then I'll come in and I'll take my, where is it? I'll take my water brush. This is the Kuretake one. Taylor gonna get me and my Japanese supplies. But I do have other ones. I have like a Faber-Castell one, and I think I have the Caran d'Ache ones too. But I'll take it and I'll come in and I'll just activate it. And I'm going light to dark when I activate it. And I'm wiping my brush off as I go so that the colors can still stay kind of separated from each other. So whenever you see me take my brush off the screen, I'm just wiping it on a paper towel. And that's pretty much how I'm doing the vines. Now I am going to come in and do some shading on them. We'll do this one too. I'm going to come in and, you know, do some shading and stuff like that. But I'm just coming in, and you don't have to be like super perfect with these because, again, they're water activated. So as long as you got the color down, you know, you can scribble it on there. It doesn't have to look all good and fancy because when you activate it, it's going to do that for you. And then I'm going to come in with the second green, add some color to that. And I'm going right over top of the darker one as well with this one. And that's just to help kind of blend the colors together a little bit more. Also, if you suddenly hear Yuki barking, because I'm sure it's bound to happen some point in this video, I opened the window a little bit. So every little noise he hears out there, because I don't normally open the window. So right now he's just like intensively staring at the window. So you might hear him spaz out a little bit because he's not used to the window being just open. So he's discovering all the sounds that's coming through the window, and he's sniffing at it and doing strange things. So there. So I've got the color in, right? And it's not perfect. You see, I didn't come all the way up to the edge here, and it's like, you know, light here, dark here. It's okay because it's all going to blend together. So I'm going to, again, activate the light color, and you can see how it just gets really intense. And these are basically just like the ink tints. Only thing, these you can move around once they're dry. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I can't move it, or oh, I messed up and now I can't move it because it's dry. They're not ink. It's like watercolor. So that is kind of why I like these more than I like the ink tints. Yuki, don't you start. Let those people come out of their car in peace. Okay, so there. So that is how we do that. And or that's how I did that. Now I am going to come in and do my own shading and things like that. But for now, I wanted to do all of the vines first. So before I go in and shade and do all of that, I'm going to activate them, and then I'll come back in and do that. So let me zoom out so you can see. The vines are scattered all across everywhere. So I have to go in and make sure I get all of the vines. So that's what I've been doing on this page. And I've just been keeping the colors that I'm using here in this little box. And I have a random swatch sheet in there. And I keep my color brush in there. My water brush. And then I have my Faber-Castell one too. I just keep them in there when I'm working on stuff. So that's that. And then, you guys, I showed you last week, or earlier this week, I have to say, because it's not Sunday yet. But I showed you that I started down here with the purple of the frame, and I did like a little puppet. I haven't finished anything else on this page since then, and that's because I started this one. I'm kind of just bouncing around, but I did want to show you guys the colors because I'm using like a bunch of different ones. Quite literally, I have, and I don't think I was using this one. I don't know where this came from. That might be for something else. I think that's because we were using that color for Ursula. But for this, I'm only using 5 colors. So I have my light purple, and that's in the Pablo. And then I have my crimson, which is in the poly. And then I have red violet, which is also in the poly. Mauve and dark indigo, which is also in the polys. And I'm just going in, and I have a couple, I have a couple of ones started. So I come in with wherever I want the color to be on the swirl, to start with the to start with the light, and then I just follow in with the other colors randomly. There's no rhyme or reason to the order I'm doing this in, and that's because there's no real rhyme or reason to these swirls. So I didn't want to stress myself out trying to figure out which direction and which this and which that, because the swirls is going all over the picture frame. They're all in the background and stuff. So I'm like, okay, no, I'm not going to stress myself out trying to find this, trying to find that. So I'm just kind of putting the color in there where I feel like it needs to be, the darkest and the lightest, and where the light is hitting it, it's random. It's just a picture frame. So in all reality, it'll be fine. So I'm just coming in, and this is something that I just kind of have on my desk. I'm not in a rush to do this because, like I said, it's all over the picture, and I don't want to lose my mind doing this because this is like almost like a pattern, and I don't really like coloring patterns. So I don't want to lose my mind trying to do this. So I just have like my book on my desk, and as I'm like watching TV or while I'm waiting for my food to heat up or something like that, then I will come in and just do a little bit at a time. But I started on that Rapunzel page, so really I haven't done anything else on this one. And then I want to do like each little character piece last, because there's like a little raccoon down here, and there's this shark right here, and there's a kitsune fox here, and just all kinds of random stuff. So I wanted to make sure I went in, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a little section at a time. I'm coloring that whole section with my my crimson, just very, very lightly, right? So I color that whole section, and then maybe this section down here too, since I don't want to leave it behind. So I color it really lightly with the crimson, and then those two will be the two sections that I work on next. So then I would come in and just like kind of figure out, all right, where do I want the red violet to be? And I'll just kind of like place it in and just do stuff like that. And then like this one, I'll just put it here, just little random, but I do a section at a time, so I'm not losing my mind trying to color them all at one time. Because again, pattern work drives me a little bit crazy, especially if I try to sit and do it in one sitting. It's not happening. So I just do a little bit at a time. It's okay. There's no like contest or rush or anything like that. Though I would love to be able to color fast and still have my pages looking really good, or good enough for me anyway. But I don't have that luxury. I'm a very slow colorist, and I'm very like picky and methodical, and I'm like hyper focused on a lot of details sometimes. So it's kind of hard for me to color fast and finish pages super fast, and I can't do it. Now if I do even if I do like a really easy page, I don't think, and by easy I mean like simple artwork, stuff like that, I think it still would take me a while, because I wouldn't want it to look simple like it's intended. And then sometimes when I want to leave a little highlight, I'll grab my Caran d'Ache blender and I'll just go over it. That way I don't have to come all the way up with the light color, and it'll pull it up for me without going too dark. So that's pretty much how I'm doing that page. And I'm just focusing on these 3 pages at the moment. I'm going to try not to start another one unless I get the urge. And that's it. I did pick out some colors that I think I want to use for the water on this page, but I'm not 100% sure on it yet, because there's like water going around the edges. So I may or may not, I might figure something out with the Albert Doers first, but we'll see, because I want to try to bring some of that in here. And then when I'm not working on anything, I just, like I said, put the colors. I have this one bin. I just throw the colors in there. Got my swatch chart. And then I just keep it on my desk and pull out what I want to work on. So that's in Dark Fairy Tales. I also have a whip going, and I have whips going everywhere, but lately I have one going in Mythic Animals. I'm going to take a water break here. Hang on. I've been like mass forcing myself to drink a bunch of water too, more than usual. Okay, so last week I worked on this page. It was just a coloring chat on my channel. I was basing the snakes in Neo 2s, and I still have some to base down here. I haven't based those yet, but I came in with a black acrylic paint pen. Just one of like my off-brand ones. These are the Fly Sea ones. I love these because they kind of leave a little bit of a shine, if you can see. It's very subtle, but it's kind of nice. So I went in, did the background in black, and now as I'm looking at it, I think I might have missed a couple spaces, but that's okay. I'll fix it. But I also was starting to go in and I was doing these, it's kind of a glare, but I started shading some of the snakes. And with that, I literally have 6 colors. Now, don't question it. Just, it was originally 5, but then I added black. And I was like, whoa, the black kind of looks good. It just somehow works. So that's kind of just what I went with. But basically, I just was like, okay, before I came in with the black, and I'm going to zoom in because TaylorMade told me that when I'm coloring, or when some of us are coloring, she can't see when we're zoomed too far out. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So what I did, I came in with the dark, and the Neo 2s kind of already set the tone for where I want the dark and where I want it to start getting light. So I'm going dark to light, just not to mess that up, because I want to keep it fairly similar to how I have it. And coming in with that, Yuki's on auto bark right now. And I'm just coming in and filling in these snakes. And this is another one that I kind of consider as a pattern, because it's just nothing but snakes. So this is also just kind of sitting on my desk getting done when I feel like it. I might do another coloring chat because I think Blue Skies is coloring along with me on this one, and I don't know if she's doing the actual colors I'm doing, so I'll tell the colors here in a second, just in case she is and she wants to move ahead and I'm just taking forever, because I am drastically slow when it comes to coloring. So I'll give her the colors here, or anyone who wants to follow the colors. Every day I hear an ice cream truck out there go by, and it makes me want to go down there and get one, but the ice cream trucks out here are very sketchy. One time I seen it was like a UPS truck, but it was playing ice cream music. And then another time I seen, and it was supposed to be an ice cream truck, but it looked like kind of like one of those white kidnapper vans, and it was playing ice cream music. And I was like, I don't see any ice cream back there. It had like a little window in the back. I was like, I don't see a freezer. I don't see, it was kind of odd. So I was like, nah, I need someone to give me the scoop on the ice cream trucks out here in Vegas before I just go down there, because I don't want to get snatched. I'm a little scared. So, and then I come in with black, like I'll say last, and I just kind of give it a little bit of depth. And that's how I'm doing that part of the snake. So for the colors, Yuki, stop trying to climb the wall, please. He's trying to get to the window, guys, and he can't reach it. So he's like clawing at the wall. So I have light green, and these are all in the polys. So I have light green, and again, I'm just putting them in my pencil case. I have permanent green. This is deep cobalt green. This is pine green. Chrome oxide green. And black. And, you can get, if you don't have the polys and your team Prisma, you can get pretty close to these. I don't know what the colors are. I haven't looked. But you can get pretty close. Something close to this, for sure. So, yeah, that's it. I thought about pulling Fragile World off the shelf. But I think once I am a little bit closer to being done with one of these other pages, then I will bring in some other Kirby books, because I plan on doing Kirby for the whole year. So this one's got a lot of mythic animals in it, and we got a couple whips and a couple of his other books, so I didn't want to, we'll figure it out. But we're gonna be working on his stuff all year, so don't worry about it. I think someone's doing mythographic, and I'm tempted to pull a mythographic book down too. But I want to focus, like I'm trying to really hyper focus on Kirby, so I keep turning my face away from my mythographic books right now. But once I get into some kind of rhythm with the Kirby books, maybe I'll add in a mythographic one. But for now, just Kirby. One last thing before I go. I haven't gone to the post office yet. So if you have not sent your address, now's the time to send it. If you would like me to send your art card for participating in the previous contest. Taylor, I have boxed up well, I kind of like forced it in there. So I have to figure out a way to tape that closed without it looking, a mess. But hopefully I get to the post office next week. I should be feeling a little bit better, where I can actually walk to the post office and not fall out. But yeah, so if you haven't sent your address, send it to me, because once I go to the post office, I'm doing a one-stop shop, and you're going to have to wait until I go again for the next contest for your cards. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I'm going to head out to work, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.